Hello peeps, welcome back to the Vimmers channel. In this tutorial, we'll try to build a basic understanding of how the Vim text editor evolved and how does it work. Before proceeding with Vim, let's have a look at the line editor EX, which stands for extended. The extended editor is very closely related to Vim. In fact, it is the base of the family of editors, Edit, X, and Vim. As this tutorial focuses only on the Vim editor, it's up to you to experiment with other editors. Anyhow, let's have a brief hands-on of the X editor. As I have the Ubuntu system installed on a Windows machine, I'm opening the subsystem. To invoke the X editor, all you have to do is give the command X along with the file name, just like this. So as soon as you give the command, the only thing you will be able to say is new file and enter X mode type visual to go to normal. This particular mode is called exec mode or X mode. This is the place where all the commands get executed. Remember that the X editor can edit the contents of a single file whose name is recorded in the current file name. That is, in simple words to say, at any given point of time, we will be able to edit one single file. Okay. The input provided by the user is taken into an input buffer. Say whatever input that I am typing here. Say if I type hello, this is taken into a buffer, and then once you give the right command, only then this data is written into the original real-time memory. Usually this buffer is a kind of temporary file that can be stored in Linux file system itself. All the editing actions are performed only after giving the right command. Once the right command is issued and the data is stored into the memory, you will no longer be able to access the data available in the buffer. The buffer empties and new data is stored. Okay. Okay. Now, when you invoke the X command, all you see is this, right, along with a colon. The X editor usually comes with 5 different modes of editing. They are the command mode, text input mode, open mode, visual mode, and text insertion. There are 5, right? We'll talk about them in detail. Command mode allows the users to input the command. Say we have the commands like input, append, delete, etc. So all these commands are given in this mode. Let's go with an example. Let me take with insert. So if I give insert, it starts with a blank prompt. That is, it has no prompt. So now whatever input I type, it is taken into the buffer, temporary buffer. Let us say I type hello world. And I press enter. The prompt does not end here, it still goes on. Now let me give another input. Even it didn't end here. But how to end this? When we press one single full stop here, it ends. The dot indicates that the buffer has been completed. And then if you observe here, you'll be able to see the colon again. Got it, right? Okay. Now let's go into the another mode, the text input. In the text input mode, the input is collected from the user and is placed into a file. Whatever the input I have typed here, hello world and hey world, these are in the text input mode. Whatever the insert here I given, it is in the command mode. These are the 2 modes. And coming to the next one, the append, insert, and change commands are used. Commands use the text input mode. I already said it. And coming to the remaining 3 modes. The last three modes are open and visual modes. So we have two modes now, open and visual modes. Each of these modes contain another mode, which is nothing but text insertion mode. That we'll see in coming time. Now let's do some operations with this. The commands I said insert, and if I give append. Okay, now you may have one more doubt. I have entered the input. How do I see the output? You can simply give %p. You can see what are the contents available in the file. Once you give write, then these are written into the file. See, if you see here, text 22 lines, 22 columns written. So this is how we write into the file. Now if I am quitting here, let us say I am quitting here and giving a cat command. Cat desktop. Oh, sorry. So we are able to see the contents. Now let us go to X again. Now if I want to insert, I'm done with insert, and now if I want to append, just give append, and you can give the whatever data you want. Once you complete giving the data, you can give a dot and then you're done. Now if you press %p, it gives the data available in the entire document. But remember, only these two lines were written into the document, but these two are not yet written. It shows the data available in the document and the buffer. Now if I give write or W, remember all these commands, insert can be replaced with I, append can be replaced with A, then similarly I can replace write with W. So if I replace it with W, the contents are written. Okay, now, and I'm quitting and giving give, and then if I give cat again, you'll be able to see the things. And now we have one more command, change. That's good. If I give change, or even I can simply give C, change. Remember, this works like in usual Vim or any other editor, you directly give the command and then we edit. But in X command, we have to, in X editor, we have to give the line number. Suppose we have 4 lines inserted there. Let us take, I want to change the third line. Now what I do is give 3 and then give change. Once I do that, once I give that, now whatever the text we have, it is in the third line is replaced with the new text line. Okay, let's test that. If you observe, it was there in the previous case. Now it is changed to stone. And okay, now let's go to delete. How to delete? Just like the change command, if I give 3 and delete, the third line is deleted. Now let us write it and then quit. Now let's give cat. Let's go. So the third one is gone. This is how it works. There is another important command subtype mode called visual or simply VA. That's good. Now if I give visual, then you will be able to see the file open. Just like any other operation on Vim, you can give insert and then enter the data. Got it right? The same way, if you press escape and then colon W, it writes. Okay, it shows return, and then if you give quit, you'll be out of the X application itself. So as our primary focus for this tutorial is on VIM editor. Other commands and other details are not shown in the tutorial. There are various other commands like map, change, delete, etc. They are not discussed. And also remember that this tutorial provides you a very basic idea on how Vim works and how it has evolved. This amount of discussion is enough to give the underlying mechanism of Vim. So we'll look into the other editors. So talking about other editors, other than X and Vim, we have another utility called View. Now I have given cat, right? This is one of the utilities. Similarly, we have another utility called View, VI. So it shows whatever is available in the file. But remember that the View utility opens a file only in the read mode. You cannot edit it at any cost. Even if I press insert, it shows warning. Only when you overwrite it, suppose let us include some data. And if I try to write it simply, it shows read only option is set. Add exclamation to override. So if I do it, only then I will be able to write it. That is how it works. And that's all for now. I think this has provided enough basement on how VM works and how it is derived. So we'll look into the next session of VIM and related stuff in the next tutorial. See you there. Bye bye.